It's good to see that you made it out of that last tangle alive, sir. It is my greatest fear that one of these exciting ventures of yours will cost you your life. Then where would I be? The compensation promised me in your will could hardly make up for the pain of losing such a fine young man as yourself. Indeed. Our satellite puts you now off the coast of Australia near the Coral Sea. I know that you are unable to meet with Genevieve in Bermuda, but perhaps you will find time to visit Miss Victoria in Sydney. I'm sure she has forgotten all about that whole diamond affair by now. In truth, what else could you do but demand back the ring after she asked for a private marriage? How remarkably uncouth of her to suggest such a thing. Well, enough reminiscing. Your fate awaits you at the bottom of the ocean. Speaking metaphorically, of course. Your humble servant, Ludlow Dotson, Esquire. I love all these subtle jabs he's taking at him. The Coral Sea, latitude 150 degrees east, longitude 20 degrees south. Battle in the Coral Sea. Alright, show me where pods are gonna go. I'm gonna hope they're gonna go where people aren't, because that's where I'm gonna go, and I think I see it. Well, that was a disaster. Somebody get the one that was... Yeah, I think there was supposed to be one here. Someone must have gotten it. Okay, got a pod. We're good. I don't know what's going on. Don't ask me. I'm as lost as all y'all. That's what happens when you know. In critical depth. Shake the hacienda. Maybe that's where the chick was. Man, we've just frickin' wrecked everyone. So I went from 7 of us to 4 of us. Okay, where are you, Joe? Yo, Joe. Oh man, I almost had a ram on him. Eventually I'm going to figure out what the hell's going on and react accordingly. Well, I grabbed it without knowing what the hell I was doing. Not at the first time. And again, I totally miss where the pool is. Okay, you know what? There, now of all the time I need to figure this out. Okay, I think this is it. Not exactly a clean leap, but who cares? Oh, I just gnaw on the wildlife. Huh, murdered by phone, huh? Interesting. A death noise over the phone. Okay, I'll have to give that a look. I'm pretty sure I distinctly remember like a blade or like a cone-shaped blade, but... Okay. Promising. Alright, thank you, XH. I appreciate that. When I get a chance to pause, I'll write that down. You seem to have... Trebek. Let's try that again. Take 3. You seem to have a knack for escaping from tight situations. Once again, I offer you my sincere congratulations. I can only hope that your good fortune continues. But not all fortunes are good. The Keon Empire continues to crumble. Your mother and father have been having some considerable difficulties. Your mother is aghast that her billionaire husband has recently been reduced to multi-millionaire status. I can't say for sure, Master Jack, but I fear that this cannot be a good sign. Your father is beginning to worry that all the money he has been spending upon you and your expeditions has not been well placed. He is equally frustrated by your unwillingness to part with any pieces from your private collection. I will do my best to placate him. I sincerely hope that you find some way to contact the alien soon, as I don't think that I can hold him off forever. You are now in the Mediterranean Sea. I was about to suggest that you pay a visit to Desdemona in Italy, but she has almost certainly heard the news of the Keon collapse. I doubt that she will profess much interest in you now. Your humble servant, Ludlow Dodson, Esquire. Yeah, I don't know where the hell I was going with that. We'll just use every accent until we find the right one. Mediterranean. Latitude 10 degrees east, longitude 35 degrees north. And cue my second favorite music in the game. Oh, you're starting on me already and I don't even have any pods. What the hell? Okay. We got one. Things are stable. Oh, dang it. The new name of the sub shall be Hog Wild. Oh, somebody shook it. A whole lot of shaking going on. Land shark. I'm a dolphin man. And we go to the fire something at somebody until somebody drops something tactic. Oh, hell no. And once again, we have the problem with keeping this shield up for this purpose. I really can't get my thumb onto the tight turn button, so People can loot me fairly easily. Alright, well, have fun on the walk. Ditto to Lucifer. And see you in a little while. I don't know, RC had a certain degree of class to me. I never really actually looked at her that way, if that makes any sense. Plus, you know, there would be the anatomy problems. I mean, if she was built for anything, it would be for an Autobot piston, you know. Alright, where the hell did he go? Oh, no wonder. I was stuck in his freaking plant. I don't know how the hell that happened with the shield on. Stop knocking me off course, you dick! Okay, that's it. We're going back to eating, everyone. I'm done trying to shake sense into you. We're gonna eat you. You are gonna get et. VLO, you will be EAT. N. Alright. And now lobster's on the menu. Red lobster for the pod hunter hater in me. Good God Almighty. Yeah, and especially considering her head was a little kid. It's better than the current Titans Return toy line. They brought in a lot of old characters back, but every freaking, like, almost every freaking one of them was a headmaster. And, you know, they didn't need to be. Like, even characters that were target masters before were suddenly headmasters. And still target masters, because they still had the little guys that turned into guns. It appears that you desperately need the skills of the professor after all. As per your request, I managed to inspire some of his friends at the academy with a bit of funding and have learned some valuable information. The professor believes that the activation of all thresholds creates a communication array capable of sending an alien transmission out into space. Plate tectonic models show that the original threshold placement sites create a pattern in the shape of the threshold itself. Your present location, deep in the heart of the Atlantic, rests at the center of the pattern, in the very gateway of the threshold shape. It is hypothesized that this is the last threshold site. Well, this appears to be your final opportunity for glory. If you can somehow contact the aliens, you might be able to restore both your family name and fortune. But perhaps most importantly, you will finally outshine Professor Armstrong and get the recognition that you have fought so hard to earn. However, past history leads me to believe that it is highly doubtful that you will be able to accomplish your goal without a fair degree of hand-holding. Unfortunately, I will no longer be working for you. While I can't say that I have genuinely enjoyed slaving for your family, the opportunity to write a lucrative expose of the goings-on inside the Keon Empire will more than justly compensate me for my troubles. You, Jack, are the prime topic of many a chapter. Good riddance, Ludlow Dodson, author. Transmitter, latitude 15 degrees east, longitude 28 degrees north. Okay, anybody want to take the over-under on how his story's going to turn out? XH, it was actually even worse in the Marvel Comics because when they didn't have their heads, they were completely inoperative. And they just stood there with nothing going on, just waiting for their heads to come back. So yeah, the cartoon was only slightly better. At least they took, at least they were stuck in vehicle form. And I always wondered if the Power Masters had been made into a cartoon, would it have been the opposite? Would they not have been able to take their vehicle form without the engines? Okay, for storyline continuity, I have to kill the professor before I fight the cephalopods. Ah, god damn it. Oh, you're off me. Oh, wow, I could actually see where Joe is by the blood trail. Yeah, exactly. Though you could actually push down on a little lever if you lost the engine, but that wasn't nearly as fun. Oh, did you actually have Double Dealer by any chance? Yeah, Double Dealer was really funny, a fun one. He had a robot mode, and then he had a missile truck mode and a hawk mode. The missile truck was the Autobot mode, and the hawk mode was the Decepticon mode. And he had two different engines to unlock one or the other. And the engine he wasn't using fit in a little compartment on the underside, I think. Where are you? There we go. Ah, you stupid. Commie jerks. People die. Let's just... Wow, that almost looks like it pulled me into him. Like right into my jaws. Power Master-wise, I had Prime. I also had Joyride. And I did have the two Decepticon Power Masters, Darkwing and Dreadwind. I've also picked up Darkwing and Dreadwind since they were reissued. Professor, this is your last crusade. I'm gonna eat the dolphin just because I can. Okay, we have one positive. Cephalopod message intercepted. Ship's computer translation attempt follows. The klaxon is sounded. Alarm, alarm. Activated. The final threshold has been. The masters contacted will be. Prior to the summoning transmission, final test of metal must now occur. Assure the primacy of the callers. Guardians and sentinels defend. Automated warriors release. The klaxon is sounded. Alarm, alarm. Destroy the invaders. Well, I mean, Misfit Kitten, that's what happened to Mordred Corp. Sorry, I'm a little slow in seeing some of these. Okay, yeah, let's put the shield on just so this goes a little quicker. I almost wish it made that noise when it grappled onto somebody. Just that. Please, please, XH, there is no cause for alarm. Man, I am chomping the hell out of that one. Yeah, it just goes to show these guys aren't bad if you're cheating your ass off. I wish I'd known that years ago. Oh wait, I did. Oh, you mean his pig nose? Well, there's one more somewhere. Oh, bailed underground. Yeah. Yes, it's around Bermuda where things start getting ridiculously intense, and actually even the Pacific Rim is pretty damn hard. But I have never managed to get through Mr. Fat. I've managed to beat him without the cheats enabled, but I've never managed to get through him on one life. Victory call, and here we go.
People of Earth, you have summoned us from across space and time, and we have heard your call. By activating our threshold devices, you have demonstrated that you possess a reasonable degree of intelligence, and thus have proven yourselves worthy of our presence. We have perceived your intentions and desires from across the void, and we shall reward you accordingly. Prepare for our arrival. You are an ambitious one, a voracious collector who thirsts for fame and recognition. With our help, you will be known not only on this world, but throughout the galaxy. You will be object of admiration for millions.
To paraphrase Professor Armstrong, he belongs in a museum. Well, the professor sort of got to keep his body, but, you know... The horrifying thing there, I don't know for sure if Keon is still alive. I'm wondering if that's like a Futurama kind of thing, where he's like a preserved head in a jar. But, yeah. Yeah, definitely not what he was intending. Ugh. Alrighty. Yeah, let me think here. At this point, I'm actually trying to remember how many more of them turn out well for the people. Honestly, if you want to try betting at this point, the safe bet, like the 1-to-1, is that it'll turn out badly. Then again, I don't remember too much of what happens with the extra characters. And in most cases, yeah, it could be, especially when you've got the TV Tropes actually has a name for that. It's called Evil Genie. And in Twisted Metal, it definitely applied to Calypso. But, you know, what can you do? You think one thing and you get another. This episode's Ambition Exhibition was made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, Diote, Jumpy Cat, Shin Majin, the post-production contributions of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all of my Centerpiece Lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.